Step into the glittering world of Monaco's royal family, where opulent palaces, prestigious titles, and boundless riches create an illusion of fairy tale splendor. At the center of this dazzling realm stands Princess Caroline, poised and regal. Despite the extravagant surroundings of her upbringing, Caroline's childhood was marked by its own set of challenges. Constantly under the scrutiny of the public eye and media, her journey has been far from easy. Join us as we delve into the intriguing life of Monaco's Princess Caroline. Family and early life. Princess Caroline, born in 1957, came into the world as the daughter of the renowned Hollywood star Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III of Monaco. Their union was hailed as one of the most extravagant weddings of the 20th century, and the arrival of their first child, Princess Caroline, a year later, was eagerly awaited. Growing up amidst opulent surroundings in a magnificent palace, Caroline was enveloped in luxury from an early age, leading many to remark that she was born into privilege. Yet, as Caroline matured, she began to perceive her upbringing through a more somber lens. Despite the grandeur surrounding her, she confessed to feeling a distinct lack of connection with her mother, Grace Kelly, who was deeply immersed in her royal duties and entrusted much of the childcare to a nanny. Caroline revealed that she didn't even share a meal with her parents until she reached the age of 14. Instead, her primary caregiver and confidant during childhood was their nanny, Maureen Wood. Reflecting on her upbringing, Caroline once remarked, "In our early years, our bond with our nannies may have rivaled that with our parents." Her bond with her brother, Albert, was similarly shaped by their relationship with their nanny. When Caroline was 8, their family welcomed their third child, Princess Stephanie, and as often occurs in larger families, attention tended to gravitate towards the youngest member, leaving Caroline and her mother with limited opportunities to foster a close relationship. While growing up in a palace may conjure images of a fairy tale existence, Princess Caroline's reality was far from idyllic. She openly acknowledged the weighty expectations thrust upon her as a public figure, revealing a sense of duty, obedience, and ingrained guilt that permeated her upbringing. As she aptly put it, "What I had to do always came before what I wanted to do." Princess Grace, Caroline's mother, held her daughters to exacting standards, stressing the importance of academic achievement and proficiency in activities such as skiing and swimming. In an interview with People magazine, she underscored their awareness of their royal status, hinting at the necessity for impeccable behavior befitting their position. This pressure persisted well into Caroline's university years, where she felt compelled to continually prove herself worthy. Caroline's diligence yielded impressive results, as she excelled academically, earning her French baccalaureate with honors in 1974. Her educational journey continued at St. Mary's School, Ascot, where she further refined her knowledge and skills. Continuing her quest for knowledge, Caroline spent a semester at Sciences Po before immersing herself in her studies at Sorbonne University. At Sorbonne, she earned a diploma in philosophy, complemented by minors in psychology and biology. Her academic pursuits reflected a multidisciplinary approach, showcasing her intellectual curiosity and commitment to expanding her understanding of the world. Caroline's linguistic abilities are equally noteworthy. This linguistic versatility undoubtedly enhances her capacity to engage with diverse cultures and communities on a global scale, enriching both her personal and professional interactions. Princess Caroline's struggle with media attention. Since her adolescent years, Princess Caroline has struggled with a tense relationship with the media. Reporters who are ready to sensationalize every indication of dissent or departure from social standards have been pursuing her nonstop. This unfavorable publicity was reinforced by a People piece from 1975, which highlighted Caroline's difficulties in school, her public smoking habit, and her daring wardrobe choices. Rumors that she had been photographed unclothed on a beach, which were purportedly spread with malicious purpose, added fuel to the tabloid fire. The media was even more critical of Caroline's physical attributes. In one story, they boldly compared her to Princess Grace, pointing out that Caroline's mother's classic beauty had given way to her father's characteristics. Princess Grace recognized that Caroline couldn't have a typical student life and understood her daughter's dislike of public attention, but the frequent interference took a toll. Unlike her mother, who handled the limelight with elegance, Caroline voiced a need to be removed from the attention she received, a longing for a life free from the constant scrutiny of the public. Her yearning for independence and seclusion highlights the difficulties she has in balancing her royal position with her own aspirations for a more private life. The turbulent first marriage of Princess Caroline. Every princess envisions a fairy tale ending, but for Princess Caroline, her first marriage was anything but enchanting. At the tender age of 21 in 1978, she tied the knot with Philippe Junot, a French banker 17 years her senior. Despite her youth, Caroline's parents, especially Princess Grace, harbored doubts about Junot from the outset, seeing the union as a rebellious act on Caroline's part. Their apprehensions were justified, as the marriage crumbled within just 2 years. Caroline likely felt more embarrassment than heartbreak, given Junot's reputation as a notorious charmer, rumored to have strayed during their brief time together. Reports emerged of his escapades, including sightings with a young woman, even while he and Caroline were technically still married. More shocking revelations followed, with Junot accusing Caroline of jealousy and flirtatious retaliation. Tragic loss of her mother. One of the earliest and most heart-wrenching tragedies in Princess Caroline's life was the sudden loss of her mother. At just 25 years old, Caroline was confronted with the devastating news of Princess Grace's untimely death. Grace tragically fell victim to a stroke at the age of 52, a shocking event that unfolded in a horrifying manner. While driving with her younger daughter, Princess Stephanie, their car veered off a mountainside, plunging into a ravine. Although Stephanie survived the accident, Grace passed away the following day. In the aftermath of this harrowing accident, Caroline emerged as a pillar of strength for her family. Stephanie initially confided in her older sister about the details of the crash, recounting Grace's desperate attempts to regain control of the vehicle. Prince Albert II later echoed the family's profound shock at the tragedy, emphasizing the importance of mutual support in coping with the aftermath. Caroline took on a significant role in supporting her father, Prince Rainier III, in leading their nation. She gracefully stepped into her mother's shoes, assuming responsibilities and ensuring the smooth continuity of governance. Princess Caroline, second husband. Princess Caroline's marriage to Stefano Casiraghi in 1983 appeared to bring a glimmer of happiness back to the royal family. However, this joy was tragically short-lived. In 1990, Casiraghi met a fatal accident when his catamaran capsized during a race in the French Riviera. Caroline, who was in Paris when she received the devastating news of her husband's passing, swiftly returned home to Monaco. In the aftermath, she made the challenging decision to relocate from Monaco to a secluded village in France, seeking solace and privacy for herself and their young children, Andrea, Charlotte, and Pierre. Prince Albert, her brother, appeared to support her decision, noting in a 2017 interview with People magazine, "She really raised her kids well, without a father for many years. That's important." Although Caroline maintained a dignified silence regarding Casiraghi's tragic death, he was widely regarded as her true love, a sentiment echoed by their daughter, Charlotte. Reflecting on her father's absence, Charlotte candidly shared the enduring sense of loneliness she experienced throughout her life. She conveyed to the media, "My personal experience has been of sad events, such as my father's early death. But these are things that happen to everyone, no matter where he comes from." Despite their shared grief, the Casiraghi family found solace in each other's company as they navigated the complexities of loss and forged ahead with resilience. Princess Caroline's journey through alopecia. In 1996, Princess Caroline confronted a fresh challenge when she began experiencing hair loss, sparking intense speculation among media circles. While many linked her alopecia to the impact of her husband Stefano Casiragi's tragic death in a speedboat accident 6 years earlier, biographer Parker Kelly suggests that the years leading up to 1996 were marked by personal upheaval for Caroline. Despite swirling rumors, the royal family sought to dismiss any suggestion that Caroline's hair loss indicated a serious underlying issue. In a 1995 interview with People magazine, Prince Albert sought to reassure the public, attributing the matter to a dermatological concern rather than a significant health crisis. He emphasized Caroline's overall well-being despite the cosmetic challenge. Despite the hurdles posed by alopecia, Princess Caroline maintained her characteristic elegance and poise, while continuing to discharge her public duties with grace and dignity. Princess Caroline's relationship with her stepchildren. During her marriage to Prince Ernst August of Hanover, Princess Caroline of Monaco fostered a close bond with her stepchildren, treating them with the same affection and care as her biological offspring within the Grimaldi family. In fact, her brother, Prince Albert, once expressed in a 2002 interview with Larry King that he regarded his step-nephews as integral members of the family. However, following Caroline and Prince Ernst's turbulent divorce in 2009, the dynamics underwent a shift, and the princess appeared to distance herself from her stepchildren. This became evident when neither Caroline nor her ex-husband attended the wedding of Prince Ernst Jr. to Russian fashion designer Ekaterina Malasheva. Caroline's decision seemed to stem more from a sense of respect for the young prince's mother than from any personal animosity. The older prince had expressed his disapproval of his son's marriage, pointing to their disagreement over property. Other princess relatives did attend the wedding, despite Caroline's seeming disengagement from the family event, suggesting that while the dynamics may have altered, familial ties persisted to some degree. Princess Caroline's grief amidst marital strain. Prince Ernst August of Hanover's shortcomings as a husband came to the forefront during Princess Caroline's period of mourning, following the death of her beloved father, Prince Rainier III. However, Caroline's grief was compounded by her husband's absence during this difficult time. Ernst had slipped into a coma the day before Rainier's death, hospitalized for acute pancreatitis. Upon regaining consciousness, he required intensive medical care. They were linked to his heavy drinking, a habit he later acknowledged had jeopardized his life. Despite pledging to reform his ways and claiming the ordeal served as a wake-up call, his determination proved short-lived. Her husband's violent behavior made headlines. Princess Caroline's turbulent marriage with Prince Ernst August of Hanover was characterized not only by allegations of adultery, but also by his unpredictable and even aggressive behavior, which often attracted unfavorable notice from the press. Caroline was there for some of the more unsettling events, which brought attention to the stress she faced in her marriage. Ernst was widely condemned for a disturbing incident that occurred in 1999. Caroline had several difficulties as a result of Ernst's problematic conduct, which was often connected to his binge drinking. It even affected Monaco's diplomatic ties. At an Expo 2000 event organized by the Turkish Pavilion, Ernst was caught on camera using a public urinal in the early 2000s. This was one especially heinous instance. As an insult, Turkey saw this move, and it sparked diplomatic difficulties. Ernst's behavior seemed to worsen after they split up, compounding Caroline's problems. After his son's wedding in 2018, he was admitted to the hospital with food poisoning, despite reports that the cause was excessive drinking instead of eating. These upsetting events caused Caroline's personal life further stress and gave rise to grave worries about Ernst's conduct and general well-being. Caroline felt her role in the family was taken from her. After Caroline's mother passed away in 1982, her significant position within the Monaco royal family became apparent. In spite of this, when their father, Prince Rainier III's health started to deteriorate in 25 years, her younger brother, Prince Albert II, took over as the country's ruler. Because Albert was single and had unmarried children at the time, Rainier changed Monaco's constitution to give Albert's siblings the right to the throne in the event that no legal successors could be found. As a result, Caroline was named heiress presumptive to the crown and became the de facto matriarch of the nation. This partnership lasted until Albert married former Olympian Charlene Wittstock in the year 2011. Caroline's place in the line of succession was replaced when Charlene became the First Lady of Monaco. Caroline surely suffered from this change, since she would have been left out of the royal family. The changing dynamics in the household led to tensions between Caroline and Charlene. It's possible that Charlene felt left out as well, which caused tension in their relationship. The fact that Albert acknowledged consulting with Caroline brought even more attention to how complicated their relationship was. Although Albert acknowledged that he relied on his sister and wife for guidance, the relationship he had with Caroline for a long time unavoidably influenced family relationships. Acting as the First Lady. Once again, Princess Caroline's relationship with Princess Charlene may have been strained, but her concern was evident when her sister-in-law fell seriously ill in November 2011. Sources disclosed to Page 6 that Charlene's health had dangerously deteriorated while she was visiting her native South Africa. Later revelations indicated that she had experienced complications from sinus surgery, leading to multiple corrective procedures. Upon her return to Monaco over 6 months later, Charlene entered a rehabilitation facility for exhaustion, admitting to Monaco Matin, "My state of health is still fragile. The journey has been long, difficult, and painful." During Charlene's absence, Caroline reportedly stepped in to fulfill the role of Monaco's First Lady alongside her brother, Prince Albert II. This was not unfamiliar territory for Caroline, who had previously assumed a similar position for her father after her mother, Princess Grace, passed away. Princess Caroline's sons have experienced legal troubles. Princess Caroline of Monaco has confronted her share of personal hurdles over time, and regrettably, her sons have also encountered legal difficulties. In 2012, Pierre Casiraghi, Caroline's youngest son with her late husband Stefano Casiraghi, found himself embroiled in a brawl inside the now shuttered West Village nightclub. During the altercation, entrepreneur Adam Hawke exchanged blows with Pierre and his companions, including Greek shipping heir Stavros Niarchos and Vladimir Restoan Reutfeld, the son of fashion mogul Karine Reutfeld. While the details of the incident varied, it was widely reported that the altercation arose from a misunderstanding regarding the ownership of a bottle of Grey Goose. Hawke instigated the physical confrontation by throwing the first punch. Although Pierre sustained minor injuries, he was promptly taken to the emergency room, where he received several stitches for a wound on his cheek and treatment for a microfracture in his jaw. Princess Caroline's bond with Carl Lagerfeld. Carl Lagerfeld, known for his iconic leadership at Chanel from 1983 until his passing, shared an unexpected bond with Monaco's royal family. Lagerfeld and Princess Caroline enjoyed a close friendship, often collaborating on designing stunning gowns and outfits that embodied her elegant style. Their creative partnership peaked at the 2013 Rose Ball, an esteemed event commemorating the 150th anniversary of the Monte Carlo Société des Bains de Mer, which oversees prestigious venues like the Monte Carlo Casino and Hôtel de Paris de Monte Carlo. Lagerfeld's contributions to the occasion highlighted the depth of their collaboration and friendship. After Lagerfeld's demise, Princess Caroline mourned deeply, acknowledging his profound impact on the royal household. Reports from the French magazine Point de Vue suggested that Lagerfeld left several pieces of furniture to the princess as part of his will. Princess Caroline's legacy. In 1979, Princess Caroline was entrusted by her parents with the presidency of the Monégasque Committee for the International Year of the Child. Building on this commitment, she established the Jeune J'écoute Association in 1981, pioneering a youth hotline where adolescents could confidentially discuss their concerns with trained professionals over the phone. Her dedication to philanthropy extends to various organizations, including the World Association of Children's Friends, Amade Mondiale, the Princess Grace Foundation, the Prince Pierre Foundation, and UNICEF. Notably, Caroline serves as the patron of the Peter Le Marchand Trust, facilitating canal boat trips for individuals with illnesses or disabilities. Beyond her charitable endeavors, Caroline's patronages span diverse fields, encompassing education with the International School of Paris. Following the passing of her mother in 1982, she remained a fixture at key social gatherings, including the National Day celebrations, the annual Rose Ball, and the prestigious Monaco Grand Prix. In recognition of her unwavering dedication to humanitarian causes and the arts, Caroline was appointed as a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador in 2003. Her advocacy for children's rights earned her the Children's Champion Award from UNICEF in 2006. Notably, she journeyed to South Africa to meet Nelson Mandela, exemplifying her global engagement in philanthropy. In 2011, the World Association of Children's Friends lauded Caroline for her tireless contributions, a sentiment echoed by her close friend and renowned fashion designer, Carl Lagerfeld. Her accolades also include the Grand Cross of the Order of St. Charles and the Commander of the Order of Cultural Merit, further underscoring her profound impact on both local and international communities. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.